Colton Herta back in the SpeedFreaks pits. And Colton, Indy is a monster. It is a behemoth. How, post-Indy, do you decompress and then get ready for the summer grind in the IndyCar series?
I don't like to do any of that. You know, I like the chaoticness of the season. I wish we had more races. My job, I think, is relatively easy because, you know, during the week we don't have much to go over. Obviously, we do have a pretty extensive pre-event and post-event meetings, and you know, we go through the data and whatnot. But, you know, as far as my job compared to the engineers and the mechanics, have a lot more workload during the week. So, you know, for me, it's I love what I do. You know, I'd like to do more of it if possible. I like to stay busy, so I don't really need to decompress. I like staying in the mindset of the racing stuff. I like just looking over what I did right and wrong the previous week, and going into the next week looking at what we need to do. I'd say it's pretty accurate for all the drivers. You know, I think I just really enjoy what I do. I can't get enough of it.
So what do you do to stay busy, besides getting on the cell phone and calling your fellow drivers and pranking them?
Colton,
What's up?
¿qué pasa?
Not much. I'm just in bed, just calling to say goodnight.
Oh, no, thank you. I like it.
Yeah, no problem.
What do you do either to have fun, to stay focused, or, like I said, to stay busy?
Yeah, I mean, like I guess like a midweek for me would look like working out in the mornings. We'll probably go through meetings up until mid to late afternoon, around 3 p.m. I love to golf, so maybe I'll go to the golf course around 3 p.m.
What's your handicap?
I'm not good. I'm probably around like an 18 right now, but I'm getting better. I'm getting there. Really started to take it serious in the off season this year, and went from, you know, like shooting like 110 and like just being very average. Now I'm shooting in the 90s consistently. So taking a big step. I know it's not that good, but for me, I've been really, obviously I'm very busy, so I'm happy to have taken that step in that short amount of time with limited time that I get off. But, you know, so that's kind of like, that'll look like a day for me, like a Tuesday, a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then obviously traveling either Wednesday or Thursday to the track and doing my work.
Is there anything in particular about a track that just gets you excited, or the fans, the experience of something that when you drive under the tunnel or you get onto the facility that you're like, yeah, this is me?
You know, it doesn't really matter if it's a track that I like or dislike. I get excited when I get to show up on Thursdays. You know, and I get excited that I get to be in the car on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And, you know, I think, you know, the stuff during the week is pretty boring and not very fun to do, to look at all the numbers and stuff like that. And then when you get to show up to the track on Thursday, you're like, oh, thank God, like all that stuff is over and I'm here and I get to drive now. Because this job is, you know, it really is like 10% driving and then 90% of either media or looking at data and sponsorship stuff. So it's a lot less about the driving. So when we do get to show up on the racetrack finally, it's a lot of fun.
So is this where you say, thank God for my girlfriend keeping me sane?
Yeah, and my dogs.
Okay, so we got to talk about the TikTok video before I let you go.
What are you on?
What are you doing?
I'm out for dinner with the boys.
Nice. I'm just going to bed, just calling to say goodnight.
That came about because of your girlfriend. How can we see more of that? I mean, even Doug Bowles was saying, more of this, please. That was brilliant.
Well, it won't be anything like, I would like to do something else, but it won't be that.
Yo.
What's up? What are you doing?
What? Why?
I'm just in bed, just calling to say goodnight.
Why?
No, just calling to say goodnight.
That's cute.
I guess I'll have to talk to Riley because she's very fluent in the social media scene. That's her job. She's a journalist major. She knows a lot of the trends and whatnot. I'm not on social media too much during the season. It's kind of a bit of a distraction, I see it as. I'm not really with the times, but it's good to have a girlfriend that is.
All right, well, we will eagerly await the next one. Go get them.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What's up? What are you doing?
Watching a movie in my apartment.
Oh, nice. I'm just in bed. I was just calling to say goodnight.
Shut the f*** up. Did you see that video too?
You're the only one that's gotten it so far.